Alright, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-through for your final video lectures in the Chapter 1 lecture series. Hope everyone's having a great day. Alright, let's get on with it. Hopefully you guys watched yesterday's, and now we are moving into geometric patterns. So it says each of the tables below represents a geometric sequence. Find the missing terms. What's the difference between geometric and arithmetic? Well, in geometric, hopefully you multiply to get from term to term. So there is instead of a common sum, there's a common ratio that we're trying to find. Okay? So think about it like this. We start with 3 in our first term. We're going to multiply 3 by something to get to this term, and then we're going to multiply the question mark by something to get to 12. That thing has to be the same thing. So 3 times x equals 12. Well, what is x times x? That's x squared. Okay, so many of you probably already know that the answer is, well, I won't tell you what the answer is, but maybe some of you already found out the answer. In this equation, you would divide each side by 3, so you get x squared is 4. Now, how do you get rid of the square root of something, squaring something, excuse me? You take the square root of that thing, but here is the tricky part. X is equal to the square root of 4. Well, what is the square root of 4? It's 2 or negative 2. Okay? So, let's see which one works. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. So that works. However, 3 times 2 is negative 6. And negative 6 times negative 2 is 12. So that works too. So there's actually 2 correct answers for this missing one. X could be, or the missing answer could be 6 or negative 6. So here we're going to do 7 times something, then we're going to multiply it by the same thing, then we're going to multiply it by the same thing. So hopefully you watched yesterday's videos and you understand that this is kind of related. How many open spaces are there? 2. How many x's are there? 3. 7 times x times x times x equals 875. Okay, that is x times x times x is 7x cubed is 875. Let's divide each side by 7, and you get x cubed. 875 divided by 7 is 125. How do you get rid of the cube of cubing something? Well, you take the cube root. So x is the cube root of 125. If you don't know how to put that in your calculator, that's totally fine. Come see me, and I'll show you. So x is 5. Now, could x be negative 5 in this one? Well, I don't know. Let's see. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 times 5 is 175. 175 times 5 is 875. Would negative 5 work? 7 times 5 is negative 35. Negative 35 times negative 5 is positive 175. Times negative 5 would be negative 875, and that does not work. So, in this example, there's only one set of answers. Are the missing terms you identified? Yes, they are the only identified, because when you cube root a number, that is positive, the solution must be positive, because a negative times a negative times a negative is a negative. Okay, we'll talk about that more in our little small table discussions. All right, so let's do one more. X times X times X times X. That's 4 x's. There's 3 spaces. That makes sense. 6x to the 4th is 96. X to the 4th is, let's see, what's 96 divided by 6? 16, excuse me. Okay? How do you get rid of x to the 4th? Well, you take the 4th root of both sides. The 4th root of x to the 4th is just x. X is the 4th root of 16, which is 2, or negative 2. Why is that? Well, just what's negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2? That's positive 16. So what are we going to multiply by? It's going to be 12. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. 48 times 2 is 96. Let's see if the other one works. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Positive 24. Negative 48. Positive 96. So both of these would be correct. Good luck on your homework. Boom!